Okay, y'all, here you go. I figured out how to do this video. I need you guys to see one thing. I'm homeless, but thanks to some great people, they was able to help me spend Thanksgiving in this hotel room. Let me show you a king size bed. I haven't had a bed in a very, very long time. So thanks to prayers and thanks to God and the people that provided this room for me. I was so tired, my body ached a lot, and I finally got to sleep. I woke up this morning a little bit after 9, and when you're in the shelter, you got to get up at 6:30 in the morning. You got to be out of there by 8, so it's very hard. Um, my roommate moved out on me unexpectedly, and I no longer could afford my apartment. So now I'm back at the bottom, trying to work my way back up to the top. Um, but God and I had conversations, and I just have to hang in there until He see fit for me to have a place of my own, affordable place of my own. I want to shout out to my kids, Ashley, Kim, Jeff, I love you guys. TJ, Nene, I love you guys. My grandkids, I love you guys. Um, my brother, I love you guys. And the rest of you guys out there, I love you guys. I'm struggling right now. I've been struggling for a long, long time. And, for whatever reason, bad decisions, whatever. But I can say with all my heart and soul that I've never had drugs, not alcoholic, and I'm not a criminal. So, just bad luck, as far as I can tell. I've always been a good person. All right, and this is what I want to do. I want to get into YouTube. I want to start making videos. I want to speak. But I want to speak on a lot of different things. And the first thing I need to speak on right now is all these killings and all these people that's waking up in the morning and deciding to go shoot people for no reason. And so if you have a family and you have a home, go home and kiss your family and make sure you guys make it home safely. We can't run and hide because we never know when somebody is just gonna wake up and come outside and decide to shoot innocent people. Um, so again, stay close to your family and your friends. Contact people all the time. Let them know you love them. And, try to keep them safe. Talk to your kids about this because this stuff is happening for real. Show them the newspaper clippings. Show them the news. Let them know that they have to pay attention to everything they're doing. People around them, so like I said again, if you have a family and you have friends, enjoy that moment. Enjoy those I love yous. Be honest with you, I didn't get a lot of I love yous when I was a kid, so that's very important to me. Um, I had some problems with weight and health and all those things that pull you down and make you less stronger than your mind can be. I always wanted to have my dreams come true, but unfortunately, due to foreseeable circumstances, I just didn't make the cut. And I don't point fingers at anyone. I believe once you turn 18 years old, that your life is in your hands now. You get to make grown-up decisions, but you also need support. You also need a family. You need friends. And unfortunately, I didn't know how to communicate with people, so I don't know why I can't, um, can't communicate with my family. All right. Again, please keep your people, your friends, your family close to you. Check in, text, do anything you can to make sure you keep communication with your loved ones. All right. Okay. My next topic that I want to talk about is let me do something light on the lighter side. I want to get the tears out of the way. I want to get the tears out of the way. Um, I just don't have any more tears to cry. So my heart is Yeah, it's one of those moments. If I can go back 20, 25 years, I would have never have left Chicago. I would have never left, my family. Moving to Madison, Wisconsin was one of those decisions I made so that my kids could have a better opportunity to grow up in a safer place, not like where I grew up in Robert Taylor Homes in the projects on the south side of Chicago. I wanted my kids not to be afraid all the time. I was afraid. I was all my emotions went to food. I ate. Some people eat, some people get drunk, some people commit crime, some people do drugs. Some people just don't have feelings at all. When you grow up without a mother or father, things are definitely not going in your direction. So I had to deal with a whole lot of mess, growing up. All those fears that you feared was all in me. It just seemed like I was the only one in my family that was going through this. It started at, 13 when I had my first asthma attack. And then that first asthma attack led to 2 or 3 more that year. So I knew that all my dreams and all my aspiration was gone. I was hoping to get a basketball scholarship so I could go to college and, get a career instead of a job. I wanted to be an accountant. And things just didn't work out that way. So I didn't cry and cry and cry. I didn't pray. I didn't ask God. I stayed away from trouble. I was still a jolly person. I love to laugh. I love to make people laugh. Not that type you can get on the stage kind of laughter. I wasn't skilled and talented enough to put all that together and get on stage and talk about stuff. It's a skill, it's a talent set, it's a mentality that you have to grow with. So, with that said, I moved to Madison, Wisconsin, and I tried to give my kids, the best. I'm the underdog. I'm underdog. First of all, I got illnesses, several, heart and asthma, and then I got obesity. At one point in time I was 425. So my doctor walked in and said, if you don't lose this weight, you're gonna die. So I elected to take the surgery so I can lose the weight. I lost the weight, but what the doctors don't tell you is that they can't help you with the excess skin that's going to be sagging, And I look like a box of prunes when that weight started falling off. When that weight started falling off, so I was accused of using drugs. I was cracked out because of the amount of weight I was losing, how frail I was becoming. But that was the first time I was under 200 pounds, so in a long time. So I wanted to stay that way, but I couldn't. So I couldn't pay for the surgeries to get the excess skin taken off. But it is what it is. I wasn't being able to play with my kids like I wanted to. I was too big and too heavy. So I didn't expose them to a whole lot as a mom, not picking the right fathers. But unfortunately, you think they the right people, but it didn't turn out that way. And they didn't have a father growing up. So I had to suffer that pain of, talking to them about their father. But I don't bad talk their fathers. You should never bad talk a kid's father, because that child can grow up to hate you because that child is like the father. And you don't realize that, okay, you stick around, you stay, but that doesn't change the fact that 50% of his DNA is that child. And I believe that kids who are naturally born for for fathers and naturally born for mothers. So I get 49-51. So if you have a kid that's similar to the kid's father, you know, talk good about his dad. You know, just talk good. Just tell him, be honest with him, and just tell him, you know, or his daughter, just tell him, because they're gonna take it out on you. You know, what goes around sometimes comes around. So don't bad talk your kid's father, or the father's bad talking the mothers. It's not good. It's not a good thing. But I want to let my kids know that I did pray and I did try very hard to bring some good people into their lives. And yeah. Another topic I wanted to touch in, I'm a huge sports fan, so my top sport right now is boxing. And I'm so sad that Floyd Money Mayweather is not fighting right now. I'm sad. I thought he would take it a few more years like George Foreman and Bernard Hopkins. I think that there are some great fights out there for him, and I think that he will come back. I think that it's not out of his system. I think that, you know, his challengers are going to call him out, even though he's retired. They're going to still call him out. Somebody always going to talk smart. From day one, from the first time I seen him fight, I was hooked. I was hooked on his style. I understood the way he boxed, the defense and the offense. I understood his family and what he was fighting. Floyd Money Mayweather was fighting all those demons that had attacked his family. Pure and simple. He had all those traits from his uncles to his father. And he was the most polite fighter. He's one that, you know, he's a polite fighter. When you see him in the beginning of his career, you can tell that he was a great guy because he never cheated. I never seen him intentionally try to hurt somebody on purpose. I've never seen him try to, you know, get somebody down on the ground and then, you know, just go at them. He was a great guy, and I don't understand how these other people, you know, are not seeing what I see, because early in his career, I mean, he was a phenomenal fighter. He was a defensive fighter. He's an offensive fighter. And he has strength in his hands. But I just want to let you know, guys, first of all, if Mayweather had stronger hands or hadn't broken his hands, do you know how dangerous he could have been if he had his hands was healed perfectly? God is the only perfect specimen, okay? And that was his one flaw, was his hands was brittle and it just broke them. You know, and it happens. So that one thing that messed him up from being a perfect fighter was his hands. He used everything. He knew how to use the reps. He knew how to use his eyes. He knew how to take a mental shot of your stance. He knows when you're throwing punches. And y'all dumbass opponents would go in there with bright colored gloves on. He could see them coming a mile away. You know, it don't only take a wink and a smile for him to see you finna throw. If you check out a lot of his fights, he would put his body, his whole body, into where you're gonna punch. So by the time you get ready to punch, you know it's coming. So he's either gonna come up with that uppercut, or he gonna roll right past you just in time, because he know the distance. He know the distance. He know the strength of your arm. These are the practicing things they don't show you when he's practicing. But when he practices by himself in the privacy, nobody can see, he's measuring his timing. He put his timing and his measurements together. So when you think you finna beat him, and you get in that ring, and he know how long your arms are, he knows how to come on the inside and fight you on the inside. He knows how to square up on you. He doesn't give you that reach, you know. He doesn't give you that reach. You cannot stand outside and take long arms and throw it at him and expect to land because he already privately worked for those, those measurements. And you can tell in his fights how sometimes his legs are wide open when he throws shots. Sometimes he doesn't need to move around as much. He'll come in and he'll stand up there and he'll beat you with little uppercuts, little body shots. And I don't think he get enough credit for his body shots as well. You can say what you want to say. You can say, I'm riding his dick and, get the dick. Well, hey, I'm riding his dick. Is that what it takes to prove that, he's the best to get my point across? Then that's what it takes, And he's been great from the beginning. He got cheated in the Olympics. He had fighters that tried to hurt him, tried to cheat. He dominated them. The one big fight I want to talk about that everybody thought he lost was the Castillo fight. Now, in that first fight, Mayweather took the first 5 rounds. He took the first 5 rounds. You cannot deny that he didn't take the first 5 rounds. That first 5 rounds, you go back, that first 5 rounds, Castillo did nothing. They all come in, and they don't even just come in the 6th, 7th, 8th round and do it. Floyd Mayweather gives them those middle rounds. That's when he take his breath. That's when he breathe. That's when he don't tire himself out. It's a technique that these guys, they've seen over and over again. They still go in there and do the same shit as the last opponent. All right? You know what I'm saying? And it just shows. It shows in every fight. It shows. And then he'll come on strong, 8, 9. He'll take 8 or 9. And then if he go the distance, he's gonna take 11 and 12. And so that put him up, that right there put him up, 9 rounds to 3. You know what I'm saying? Or 9, or you can go 8-4, but he still takes those rounds when he needs to, and that gives him more strength. That gives him not to wear out his body. And y'all throwing all them wild punches and hoofing and hollering and moving, and he's just looking at y'all. His corner just laughing like these motherfuckers don't know what he finna do. But like I said, here we go. Let me see if this thing works. So I'm coming to y'all again and again. I want some followers. I want to get my word out. I'm tired of being an underdog. I'm tired of not having friends. I'm tired of not having family. I'm tired of not having someone around me that cares. So if I have to go to perfect strangers to meet people, then that's what I have to do. Because in my book, in my mind, I did nothing to deserve this loneliness, and it's killing me that I'm alone on Thanksgiving again. So it is what it is. And let's see what you guys think about my comments about Floyd Mayweather. If you're the underdog, get with me. If you think that you're a good person despite your circumstances, get up with me. Hit me up. We can talk. We don't have to be the underdog anymore. We can come together. I'm serious about the underdog. If you're underdog, if you know that you did the best you could and people still seem not excited to see you or not checking in on you or not wanting to hang out with you, if you're bored or just a house person, get with me. If you heavy set and you want to go for a walk, get with me. If you want to get with me just to talk about your illnesses, get with me. We can come together, we can talk. We don't have to sit there and be alone the rest of our life. And we can teach each other a thing or two. We can motivate each other to get back out there and give life a chance. We can do that together. And once we're not the underdog anymore, we can have all the other underdogs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm MC Underdog, and that's gonna be my video name, Underdog. And I want to reach as many people as I can across the country, across the nation. If you're an underdog, hit with me. But the one thing you got to do is you got to tell the truth. Don't lie. I'm a good judge of character, and I can listen to a person once or twice and determine that category that person belongs in. So don't lie. Be honest, because I need other people to recognize what you're saying about your circumstances being an underdog. So hit me up I'm coming on YouTube. I'm finna hook this video up and see did it work. If it worked, great. If I have to do some more work to do it over again, I will. But here, see you in a minute.